Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are looking at a trophy guide and roadmap for Battlefield 1. This isn't the first Battlefield game. This is like the 5th or 6th Battlefield game, but they called it Battlefield 1 because it's set in World War 1. This is including in the PlayStation Plus collection of games coming out in November 2020 on the PlayStation 5. It's also periodically like $5 on the PlayStation Store, so it's definitely worth checking out. In this video, I'll be taking you through every single trophy in the game. We'll explain exactly how to get the Platinum Trophy in this game without spoiling any of the story. So you're not going to have anything ruined for you, and we'll hopefully make a decision on whether you want to play this or not play this. Let's have a look at the game. Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you're a new viewer of the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below. I make new videos like this every single day on the channel looking at the latest PlayStation and trophy news. So if you want to stay up to date, feel free to subscribe. Today we're looking at a trophy guide and roadmap for Battlefield 1. This is one of 22 trophy guides and roadmaps that I'm releasing this week for the PlayStation Plus collection of games. So if you're after any of those, have a look on the channel and I've probably covered it. Battlefield 1 is kind of a mid-range FPS. There are two different components to the game, essentially, single player and multiplayer, and you have to do a little bit of both for the Platinum Trophy. It's about a 4 out of 10 difficulty, which kind of sets it somewhere in the middle. A little bit easier than some of the Call of Duty games, but still going to take you a decent chunk of time at around 30 hours to Platinum. There are online trophies in this game. You do have to spend a bit of time with the online mode, so keep that in mind if you're not into online gaming. There are no missable trophies. You can do chapter select and things like that. There are difficulty-based trophies though, so be aware of that too. It requires a single playthrough of the game, and like I said, there is chapter select with no trophy stacks. Strangely, this game didn't get a ton of DLC trophies. There are 32 total trophies in this game as a base game, 7 for story, 10 for collectibles, 4 for misc objectives, and 10 for multiplayer. The game did end up getting to 51 trophies, but not all of those are for the Platinum. Steps to Platinum, actually really quite straightforward. Play through the campaign on hard difficulty. As you go through, work on completing the various challenges in the game and collecting the field manuals at the same time. If you do this, you'll eliminate an entire another playthrough of the game, and that's always a good thing. The great thing about this is that if you do all of that in your first playthrough, you can use chapter select to go back to specific chapters in the game and replay particular missions to complete either the misc objectives or any of the collectibles that you might have missed along the way. You can also look at decreasing the difficulty at this point as well, because you've already completed it on hard. You can push the difficulty right down and play through any of those replayed missions on a far easier difficulty to knock any of those kill-based or misc trophies out. And they're going to be so much easier if you do that. That's all the single player and offline component of the game done. It's actually not that difficult. The game is split into these vignettes, and you play 5 sort of different campaigns, which are only about 3 or 4 hours in length each, but they all tell very, very different stories with significantly different gameplay. That's a really neat way of them telling the story of World War 1. Once you've done that, you need to play the online component of the game. The main thing you need to be doing here is working towards getting to rank 2 with each of the 4 different classes in the game. Rank 2 doesn't sound too hard, but it does take a decent amount of time to level. It does take a decent amount of time because there's 4 characters that you have to do this with as well, and maybe they don't suit your particular playstyle. The other thing you have to do here is a bunch of sort of misc type stuff, completing one game of operations, killing a scout as a scout, and completing squad orders. A bunch of kind of misc multiplayer stuff here, but nothing too strenuous or weird, I would say. And that's really it. There's not a huge amount to talk about here in terms of trophies. There's actually not a lot of trophies in this game, and because they kind of only fall into 2 main camps, being multiplayer misc and multiplayer, as well as single player and single player misc, there's not really much here. There's no notable trophies per se either, because there's nothing really else beyond what we've already talked about that I think is worthwhile mentioning. So rather than extending the video any longer than it needs to be, I think that's a good place to end it. Let me know if you have any additional tips and tricks for this game in the comment section down below. I'd be curious to get your thoughts on this game's trophy list and whether or not you'll be going for the Platinum Trophy in this game as well. But that is all from me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye for now.